earth and sky, I offer my thanks as I stand by. For the bounties of nature, I am blessed for the air.
There's a cluster of stars called Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters. However, if you look up at the constellation, you'll only see 6 stars. The story goes that one of the sisters came down to live with her love, but the reasons vary from place to place. It could just be that that star didn't follow Polaris and got lost.
That sounds like a wonderful story. Makes me wonder now if Acidia has any famous historical figures that may have to be stars now in disguise.
Oi, Malahide,
With the natural
does your home have
flow.
any stories with the stars?
In your beauty and power, may I ever grow. My father's people believe that the spirit and body act very similarly with the natural world. Just as the vapors from our funeral pyre rise into the sky, or our ashes return to the earth, so too does our spirit become one with the elements once more. The orcs who live a particularly righteous life are said to become the stars, their indomitable spirits as eternal lights guiding their descendants in the dark.
That's lovely, Malahide. The light of the mighty guiding us who remain.
You've still got some dirt on your Malahide.
Unless that was intentional.
Ah, my mistake. That happens more often than you might think.
Would you two be up for a game?
What game?
It's nothing. Better used to get to know one another, and won't disrupt you and the sword. It's 2 truths and 1 lie.
How do we play?
Well, we roll for who goes first. That person then has to say 3 things about themselves, 2 of which have to be truths, and 1 has to be a lie. The other players have to guess which one is the lie. If you get it right, you get a point. Then it's the next person's turn to speak. Roll only ends when you want it to.
Simple enough. Hand me the dice.
Sounds fun to me. Let's see. That's 2 9s and a 10.
Seraphina rolled highest. You may go first.
Okay then. Let's see. I have 2 other sisters. I sell ruffians' weapons back to towns for profit. I am 20 years old.
You don't have 2 sisters.
You don't sell weapons back to the towns.
I have 2 brothers. Good guess, Malahide. Better luck next time, Atticus.
Amongst other things, I have studied history, medicine, religion, and politics. My mother and father were an arranged marriage, and I am the youngest son.
Your mother and father weren't an arranged marriage.
I believe you had an older brother, so that would make you the youngest.
Then, which was the lie?
Oops, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say I'll go with the arranged marriage too. You seem very versed in study.
It was supposed to be an arranged marriage. But despite their differences, my mother and father tell the story as love at first sight. She volunteered herself before he had the chance to pick any other elf.
I'm glad it worked out for them.
So am I. Now it's your turn.
Right. I was raised by my father and his sister. I'm an Ossidia native, and I'm afraid of heights.
You weren't raised by your father.
I'd like to think you like heights.
You really don't need time to think on your answers, do you, Malahide?
If that was the lie, who did raise you, Atticus? I'm madly hoping you say raccoons.
Hilarious as that would be, that wasn't the lie. Neither was the height thing. Aye, I'm not an Ossidia native.
Then where are you from?
The Emerald Empire. I was born over there, but my dad and my aunt followed a different religion, so they fled here. I barely remember it, if I'm being honest.
I don't remember much of Kalshar myself. I suppose that gives us something in common. What gives? Maybe I'm missing the ritual bit.
Did it not attune?
No, it hasn't attuned yet. I think I'm missing something.
If the blade was originally Spren, could you need to swear the oath before bonding to it?
You mean like the words we spoke? Do you think she has to say those as well?
Do you know the words, Seraphina?
No. Even the Phantom asked if I knew the words when he found me with Eshonai. I'm afraid I don't. And admittedly, I'm not sure what would happen if I did say the words that bond someone to their spren. I've been with Eshonai for a year. Would we be bonded? Would a new spren appear? There's a lot of questions I have around these words I don't know.
An hour at sea is worth a week reading books. Sometimes the only way to know is to do.
I think I get what you mean. That's a fair point.
You have to mean these words. Be what the oath says to be. Take a moment, gather yourself, and then repeat after me. Life before death. Strength before weakness. Journey before destination.
Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination.